So welcome to Friday. Somebody's asking about the class. Just take a couple deep breaths. Here. And I'm just going to respond to a woman who's trying to get in here as we figure this all out. Feel your breath moving in and feel your breath moving out. How does the breath feel today? Does it feel like it's choppy? Does it feel like it's shallow? How much pause do you have in your, how much pause do you have between your inhale and exhale? So there's one student who's trying to get in. So if you just keep breathing and I'll be right back here. I don't want her to be stressing. Let's see if we can figure out how to get her in here. How long is the inhale that you're having? How long is your exhale? Take a couple another breaths like that. And then I want you to just lie down on your back. Lie down on your back and start to find a happy baby pose. So take a couple breaths, finding it. Got a few people still straggling in. So as we're waiting, there's 3 or 4 people still swirling in here. Maybe we'll start class about 10 minutes early. But so here's a fascinating story that happened to me, true story, yesterday. As we're waiting, I went into happy baby pose and I took 8 deep breaths. And I was, relaxing and breathing and rocking back and forth yesterday morning. And after 8 breaths, I realized I had not even relaxed the muscles of my back yet. And that's really, really interesting. So a full minute, I was in the pose thinking I was doing the pose. And then I realized I wasn't even actually in the relaxed state of my back. We're so locked up right now. We're so locked up. And so as we move through our class today, I want you to ponder that. Are you really relaxing? There's a lot of changes here for us. And so I want you to be noticing that. Are you really letting go? So here you are in happy baby, and I want you to explore that for yourself. Explore that for yourself. Am I relaxing the muscles around my jaw? Am I relaxing the muscles around my eyes, my scalp? Am I allowing myself to let this armor around my neck and shoulders and back, around my bottom and hips? Am I holding really firm? Can I soften? Just melting your body. Melting your body. Okay? So as you are here in your child's pose, your happy baby pose, as you're on your back and you're rocking side to side, grabbing whatever you can reach, I want us to close our eyes if that feels comfortable for you and just start to breathe. Just start to find a Samavriti breathing rhythm where the breathing is nice and equal. Oh, and I can let go here. I can feel the floor underneath me. I can really lean in. For a whole hour, I'm going to be diving into the self-care. I'm going to be diving into my own nourishing practice. I got to keep my light on. Keep my light on. So just allow yourself to rock side to side. We're going to be here for another minute. And those of you who've just come in, I was saying yesterday, I was in this pose for over a minute and I thought I was doing it. And then all of a sudden I realized I hadn't even relaxed yet. You know, we're so armored and shielded and guarded. Let's see if we can really melt it out. We're also creating a rhythm of our breath, equal inhale, equal exhale. Just welcome yourself to your mat. Welcome yourself to your practice. It's so nice to have you guys here. And the people that are here, that you're here with each other, the people that are watching it later, we're all here together. It's really, really special. About 2 or 3 more breaths. Welcome yourself. Keeping your light on so you can shine for others. All right, coming to a still spot now, coming to a place where you're finding stillness, maybe staying on your back, bending the knees, feet on the floor. And let's take a hand on a heart and hand on a belly. And let's create our mantra today. Our mantra. What is it that you want in this hour? What is it that you're really needing? I always like to remind us, we're not trying to fix anything. We're not changing anything. We really are bringing something in. Do you need more joy? Do you need more peace? Do you need more quiet? Do you need more community? What brings you to the mat this morning? What do you need? And one of the ways we can find that answer is to start with where you are. What do you feel? Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling headachy? Do you feel bloated? Do you feel worried? You know, what are you starting with? And then what would this balance you out? How would it bring you balance? Do you want freedom? Do you want to feel free? So I'm going to be quiet here. I'm going to take 8 breaths, you too. And we're going to just set our mantra, our sankalpa, our intention. We're coming together. We're diving into our self-care. We're turning our lights on. And what do you need from this practice, from me, from the sequencing today to get what you need? So 8 breaths, setting your intention, please. Two more deep breaths, really anchoring it for yourself. Beautiful. And then come on back. Come on back. Okay, so I'd like us to come into Sukhasana, easy cross-legged pose. And we're going to start doing some breathing, some pranayama. And I want you guys to be focusing on doing this all the time. if you lose video or if you lose sound or anything, I can't see over there. So please text me. I'll have the phone nearby. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to focus on our breath body. And one of the things I do recommend also that Deepak Chopra has a whole series on the coronavirus and how it comes into our lives and what we can do. And so I do recommend that if you're feeling overly anxious about it. I think he's a very good teacher for grounding. And one of the things he talks about is let's take care of our energetic body. Let's take care of our own energetic body so that we're staying nice and healthy in that sense too. So one of the ways we do that is through breath work. So sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to just focus on our breath. We're going to use our right hand. We're going to cross it over, and we're going to close our left nostril with our ring finger. So we're using the ring and the thumb. We're trying to center and ground our breath, checking in on our energetic body. I always think of it like you're a vacuum. You're cleaning it up. Okay, here we go. So closing your left nostril, breathe in through the right. Close both, exhale left. Some people like to hold their elbow. Some people like to put their peace fingers on the third eye. However, if you want to do it like this, no one can see you, right? No one can see you. You could do whatever you want, actually. But however you want to do it, that it feels comfortable. And we're going to close our eyes. We'll do this for about a minute. Okay, so whatever works for you. Here we go. Inhale through the right. Pinch both. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close both. Exhale right. Inhale right. Taking it all the way up to the brain. Closing both. Exhale left. And keep going here about another 40 seconds. The next time you breathe out of your right nostril, release your hands. Very nice. All right, so sitting up nice and tall. Let's bring our hands into prayer, Anjali Mudra, feeling the tips of the fingers, feeling those palms a little bit open. Let's just open the wrist, drop those fingers down, close, the palms are facing out, and then come on back up and center. Let's do this again, down and wring out those wrists. If you're a fancy pants this morning, maybe you'll go a little faster. Maybe you'll be a little bit more flare or not. Just open up those wrists. So as I was saying, today we're going to work on neck and shoulders. Quite a few of you said you wanted to work on that. So that's what we're going to focus on today. It's a flow class. So there'll be vinyasas happening, but don't feel like you have to do any of them. Okay. Not just because I can't see you, but because it doesn't matter. This is your practice. The yoga mat meets you where you are today. So maybe you're feeling like you want to do some flow. Maybe you're feeling like you want to do something slower down. Take the wrists the other way. Just play with that. Open them up. Look at that cool move. So nice to have you guys here. I miss your faces. It's much different to teach like this. It's kind of weird. Okay, shake it off. All right, here we go. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. Again, we want to be leaning back just a bit. The back of the head is over the lower back. We're nice and tall, and we're just going to take our arms up. Reach it up. Exhale, drop your left arm and reach through those intercostal muscles. Some of you may want to drop that arm down and do a cool move like that. Some of you may want to stay down here and just do like a paddle. What gets there for you? How do you find your spot? So we'll be here for another 5 breaths. Drinking in breath between both nostrils, nice and level. 2 more deep breaths. Beautiful. And inhale, take that arm up, grab the handle in the sky. Imagine that something's pulling you up. nice and soft. Inhale, other arm goes up, big, big lift. Exhale, come on down and reach through that side body. Reach it out. Again, maybe you want to play here. As always, I'm giving you ideas. I'm showing you what feels good to my body, but this is not you're not just doing what I'm doing. You're not mimicking me. You're trying to find your own sweet spots. So if maybe you're doing a roll, maybe you're pedaling, you decide what feels good to your body, okay? These are just ideas of how to get in there, but really turning on your own inner teacher. 2 more deep breaths. Grabbing the handle in the sky, play with this lifting up and release. Very nice. Let's take our arms forward. We're gonna reach and then pull it in, and then reach and then pull it in, and 3 and pull it in. 1 more, reach. This time we're gonna open nice and wide, nice and wide. Okay, relax the shoulders down and start to just turn those arms over. You can bend the elbows if you want to. Just check and see how things are going. Part of what this is, part of why it's going to be so nice to be practicing during this time is that we get stagnated, we get stuck. So just let your body have movement. Don't drop. Let it be work. You could do circles here. You could just rotate. If you feel any clicking or any pinching, of course, then you back off. Just getting ready. Maybe you're doing some cool wrist movements. Gosh, I miss your faces. Okay, 2 more. Okay, here we go. We're going to take our left arm up, hold the head, drop the head, and then close that right shoulder and bind around if that feels nice. If it doesn't, just leave it on the lap. But otherwise, we're just going to say hi to the neck. 8 breaths, breathing into that spot. You can feel the fibers of the muscle. See if you can breathe in between those fibers. Breathe into that muscle, not just around it. Sweet, sweet, sweet self-care. Keep that mantra going. What is it you're doing here today? What is it you're needing? 1 more big breath. Good. And then pull that hand down, push the head on top, release and release. Take a moment to notice. How's that? How's the difference? I definitely feel a difference. Okay, switching sides now. Unplug, plug, unplug, plug. 3 and plug. 4, and then we're going to open it up. Left ear, or sorry, right ear, right shoulder, drop that other arm. And then again, maybe you're binding around. 8 breaths. Lean back. You're safe. You're protected right now. You've got all this luxurious time to really check in to your sweet spots. Turn off the phone, turn off the kids. Let me know if you know how to turn off kids. I don't know how to do that, but you know what I mean. Really take the time for yourself. A couple of people the other day were saying that they need to move their room, their yoga room. They need to go in the basement because there was so much activity. Let this be your time, just as if you were going to the studio. No distractions. This is so important. It's the fuel for your car, right? It's the gas so that you can do the things you need to do. 1 more deep breath. Good. Sliding down, push that head back up and relax and relax. Okay? Let's rock and roll. Hands and knees. Hands and knees. Start to spread your fingers, equal space between each and every finger, including the thumb. Start to stir your body, moving it around any way you want to. Long spine. Just play with your body. Okay, coming into hands and knees, we're going to do downward dog very slowly. Curl your toes under. On the count of 6, so very, very slowly pushing into the thumbs. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Big inhale. And back down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. 2 more rounds. Here we go. Big inhale. Curl the toes under. Launch it up. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Big inhale. And down we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. This time we're going to hold it up there. Ready? And strong, powerful body. Big breath. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Feel all that fresh blood coming to the head. Stay in downward dog. Feel it. Feel yourself letting all that fresh blood come into the head. You could lift your pinkies. You're pressing through the thumb side of the hand. You could pedal it out. How do you feel today? How are the feet? How are the knees and the hips? Strong, powerful body. One more deep breath. And gently come on down. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with our hips that we were doing with our arms. We're going to just check in on those hips. First thing we're going to do is extend out. Toes are turning to the kneecaps, so we're not going to let the ankles be floppy. Here we go. And knees and push. Knees, push. 3. Push. Can you feel the difference between the push and the pull? Push and pull it in and push. 2 more and pull it in. Just juicing up that hip and that knee and release. Fire hydrant, same leg, and up and down. And 9. Now, as you're playing with this, are you keeping both hands balanced, or are you leaning on one side more than the other? And 4. And 5. Good. Come on back to hands and knees and downward dog. We're going to do the same thing with the second side. 8 times push and pull, and then 5 hydrants. Here we go. And push. 8 and back. 7. Toes are turned on. And 6. How is that hip? How are those knees? 4. And 5. 6. 7. Are you guys doing this? Are you doing this with me? 8. People were told me they weren't eating the donuts while we did class, which I appreciate. Here we go. 5. Hydrant it. And 4. 3. What's going on in that body? 2. 1 more. And good. Curl those toes under. Last one, downward facing dog. 5. Big, big breaths. If you wanted to do leg lifts, if you wanted to lift up and play, anything you want to do here. 2 more deep breaths. Beautiful. And come on down, and we'll sit down into Vajrasana on our ankles for a moment and pause. Check in on your breathing. Is your breathing still going? Obviously it's still going, thank God, but is it calm and steady? Check in, remind your mantra. What are you doing here today? What does this need? Good. All right, when you're ready, we're going to come all the way up to standing in our mountain pose. Mountain pose. We're probably going to be using 2 blocks. Not everybody will need them. If you don't have blocks, you could always use pillows or books. I do recommend that you have some props, and I know that Ahimsa is selling some at our studio here in Oak Park. So that would be nice. If you don't have what you need for your home practice, then reach out to Kelly or me, and I can connect you to them. Get some props. We're also going to probably be using a strap today. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt or a scarf or whatever. If you don't have one right now, don't feel like you have to go run and get one. It's optional. But I would say every time we come to class, you'd bring your props, okay? So let's find mountain pose here, hip distance apart. And we're gonna do what we did on Wednesday. We're just gonna stand for a moment. Just feel your body in standing. Feel how your feet are striking the ground. Feel how your hips are moving. Just start to spin in a circle. Just standing in your body. Just standing, about 6 more breaths, just moving, feeling how your body feels. Moving our hips around, moving our arms around. How are you feeling? How are you? Two more deep breaths. Okay, come on back to mountain pose. How's the breath? We're going to move through 5 sun salute A's. Some of you may do 3. Some of you may do 1. Some of you may do 0. So you decide, okay? I'm going to give you 1 full sun salute, and then we're going to do 1 half salute. And then those of you who want to play with those, we'll take about 5 minutes here just to warm up. So the blocks will be for later. We don't need them quite yet. Here we go. Sun salute A. Finding Tadasana, zip up that pubic bone, nice and toned through the glutes. You're not clenched here. You're feeling those heels spreading apart. Hands in Anjali Mudra, feeling those pads. Setting the intention. Here we go. Big inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, nice flat back. Exhale, step or jump it back to downward facing dog. Through push-up position, hold that plank. Hold the plank. Inhale, chaturanga. And exhale, coming into cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. Again, this is your home base. You can feel free to do anything you want here. Even take child's pose. Good. Gently walk or jump your feet forward. Come back to the standing forward fold. Feel that sense that the head is releasing. Soft bend on the knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, that's 1. Second round, please. Inhale. Reach 2. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, nice flat back. Exhale, step it back to downward facing dog. Find that push-up position. Hold here for 10 seconds if you want to. Bring your knees down if you want to. And take the chaturanga like that. Inhale, cobra. Nice and toned, but not squeezing. Elbows are tucked in, dragging yourself forward. Curl the toes under. And downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 5 deep breaths. Feel yourself breathing. 3 and 2. Walk it forward on the exhale. Soft bend on the knees. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale. Do you need to stay in mountain pose and wait for us? If you do, right? You fill out what you need to do. Everyone else, 3rd round, big inhale. Urdhva Hastasana, upward hands. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana, nice flat back. Exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Stay there or hold plank or chaturanga. Bhujangasana, cobra, and then exhale again, downward facing dog.
We know this pose is a home base pose. Let all that fresh blood come into the head, really stirring your body. Take your time, 2 more deep breaths. And when you're ready, gently walk, jump, or float your feet forward back to your standing forward fold. And then inhale, sweeping up, and exhale, reset. 4, okay? Stay and wait for us. Or 4th round, reach it up. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Ardha Uttanasana, exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Stay there or find the plank and hold for 10 seconds, holding, engaging, 7, or through the vinyasa, or the knees down. And slowly lowering down, Bhujangasana, feel that nice back bend. Keep yourself nice and toned through the lower back, no clenching. And then exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. If you need to pause here, pause. Okay, so we're climbing our mountain. We're starting to build up some momentum. 1 more round. Jump or walk your feet forward. Okay, and back to mountain. Last round. You can skip it or join us. And then we're going to start through our lunges. Here we go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway up, nice flat back. Exhale, step it back to downward facing dog. Push-up position. Chaturanga if you're working on that. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can play with some openings. You got 5 breaths here. 2. And gently now take your right leg to the sky. Big, big lift. Reach the right leg to the sky and then take it to the right wrist. So some of you might find that your left knee needs a cushion. So you could use your blanket. You might find that you want to have some blocks. So a couple of levels. Notice that the hip is not over the knee. I'm leaning in. My right foot is on the right lane. My left foot is on the left lane. Some of you might feel like you don't even want to put that leg down and you want to play up here. Any variation you want. Let's pretend that we're going to try to step forward with our left foot. Imagine that that left hip is moving forward. The right hip is moving back. Oh, it feels good. 1 more deep breath. And gently slide that left hip back, straighten that right thigh, right knee, and just a forward fold here. How are we doing? What face are you wearing right now? Are you tense? Are you cranky? See if you can put a little smile on your face, a little peaceful face. 2nd round out of 3, come back to your lunge. Maybe curl your toes under, maybe take the knee up again or keep it down. Any variation you want with your arms, or take your hands into Anjali Mudra, put the thumbs behind your head, squeeze those elbows together, just check in on that shoulder, those shoulders. See if you can really reach the neck out of those shoulders. Squeezing, almost like you have dolphin arms. Although I don't think dolphins have arms. Pretty sure they don't. 1 more deep breath. And come on out. Last round. Here we go. No, we got 1 more round after this. Come into your hamstring stretch and breathe. Moving energy. Again, like I was saying at the beginning, are you really relaxing or are you just swimming on the surface like me yesterday? Drop. Last round. Elizabeth says dolphins don't have arms. It's good. And here we go. Reach it up. Reach it up. Oh my goodness. Any variations that you want here, really feel that body moving. One more deep, deep breath. And beautiful hamstring. Feel that hamstring stretch, all of them. And beautiful. We're going to take that leg back, broken toe, curl your toes under just like this and sit back, checking again on your breath. 5 breaths. Put the breath in between the shoulder blades. Really feel that extension as you're moving the breath in front of and behind the heart. Bring the space, the breath, the space to the areas of your body that need it. Feel it. One more. All right, second side, 3 rounds. Here we go. Left leg forward. Left foot is on the left lane. Right foot is on the right lane. Okay, knee can stay down if you want, or those of you working a little bit deeper, it can come on up. We're going to pretend that we're going to step forward with the right leg. Okay, so the left hip is moving back, the right hip is moving forward. 3 variations here. What do you want to do with those arms? Anything goes. What do you need? What are you wanting? I want to feel free. I want to feel spacious. 2. And pause. Stretch out that left leg this time and lean over. Clearing out our energetic body. Let that breath be free. Let it move. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Moving our bodies. Second round, here we go. Again, keep the knee down or lift it up. Whatever you need to do here. Two. And second, bring the knee down, straighten it out, and forward fold. Are you really letting go here? Are you really going there? Or are you swimming right on the surface like me yesterday again? Such a huge awareness. Let yourself let go. At least for right now. All right, third round, here we go. Pop it up, feel yourself, whatever level you're working on today, let the body feel the breath. 3. And 4. One more. And gently, last round, take that left leg, straighten it, and forward fold. How's your breathing? How's the muscles of your face? How's your back? How's your hip? How are all your joints? How's your mood? 2 more. Beautiful. Let's take that left leg back. And again, sitting on broken toe or thunderbolt, you choose. And we'll come down and we'll pause.
I'm imagining your faces. It's nice to see you all here. One more deep breath. Okay, we're going to go back to standing and we're going to move into some Garudasana, some eagle arms. Some of you may find that you want to use a strap. So take your time to come up. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a block. We're going to have 1 or 2 blocks just in case. Not everybody needs them, but sometimes they're nice. And we're going to put it to the left top of our mat. Okay. And as always, we want to not be doing this, right? Because when we do this, it gets really tight through here. So we want to be able to find that neutral line where our feet are as wide as our hips. These are our hips. Now feel how your heels are spreading apart. Let that feeling be happening. And let's all just cross over our right leg. And you could put the foot on the block and then sit down. So I'm trying to roll my thighs behind me. Okay, so just let's get that first. You've got the pelvis nice and level. Just play with that. 2 more deep breaths. Squeeze your legs like you're hugging a pole. How does that feel in your back? Okay, and come on out. We're going to build this slowly because I can't see you, and I want to make sure that you're doing some level that feels right for you. And those of you who feel like you know where you're headed, if you want to go ahead and play in Garudasana, help yourself. So left leg on top, same idea, dropping down there, squeezing those thighs behind you and really feeling that back opening up. Just really see if you could squeeze those legs together. One more deep breath. Beautiful. Level of the pelvis and come on out. Okay, so that's what some of you can work on. I want to show you from the side here because what we're talking to is the neck and shoulders. So we're going to cross the right leg over again. Okay, right leg over again. If you're not doing the block, you can skip it. And then we're going to take our left arm on top and give ourselves a hug. Okay, so we have the right leg and the left arm opposite. This is one option here, is just to play. You could also take the strap, take your left arm on top and grab the strap. That's an option. Okay, or full. So you find what works for you. Okay, so here we go. Garudasana, eagle pose. I'm going to go to the side so that you can see what we're doing with that neck. So tuck your chin here. Tuck your chin and feel that release through the shoulder blades, through the hips. Squeeze those elbows, not just together, but you're trying to pull those shoulders in as you're moving those wrists apart. So you don't want to drop the shoulder out of socket. You want to keep it plugged in. If balance is off for you today, then keep the toes down or play in the balance pose. My balance is off right now. I can feel it. Maybe because I keep looking at a camera. I don't know, maybe. One more deep breath. Let that chin be lifting and then lowering. One more deep breath. Feels so good on the neck. Strong body, come on up. And we'll just reset and pause. Roll those shoulders. The beginning of our class, we did the Anjali Mudra. We did the alternate nostril breathing. I want you to focus on this next round of breathing out through the mouth. So a pursed lips. Inhale through the nose. Play with that breath. It's sometimes nice to let things go. All right, switcheroo. Taking your right arm on top, finding the strap or hug. Okay, sitting down, crossing the left leg over and squeeze. Tuck the chin slightly, Let the arms drop, but you're still hugging them in. So you're still bringing them in. Wrists are dropping. Tuck your chin and feel your body hugging. 5 deep breaths. Two more. Strong breath. Come on back up to neutral. And we'll pause. I like to sway just a little bit, just to feel my sense connecting to the earth below. One more deep breath. Beautiful. Finding your mountain pose. Let's take Yoga Mudra, interlace your fingers. Some of you will be able to bring those palms together. Some of you can come into reverse namaste. Wait, somebody's unmute there. Okay. So you decide which one you want to do, okay? And we're going to open the feet just a bit. And from our thigh bones, tip it over. Give yourself a little bit of a nod. You could be using your yoga mudra, releasing those arms up and over the head. You could turn your head side to side. You're just using gravity here to let that neck have extension. And as I was saying, here's another really great opportunity. Are you really letting the neck go? Sometimes we're doing the pose, but we're not even starting the pose yet. So find yourself really letting go. There's a saying, I think it was BKS Iyengar, that says, when you find your yoga edge is when the pose begins. So when you find the challenge, that's where you start. So it might be the challenge of the hamstrings feeling tight. It might be trying to move the shoulders and find more fluidity. It might be releasing the neck. It might be finding the breath wants to wander, or the mind. Find where the challenge is for you and understand that that's the opening to the pose, your challenge, your edge. 2 more big breaths. Beautiful. Releasing the arms and slowly, slowly, slowly come on up. Okay, just find your mountain pose. So some of the things you can do when you're at home is finding the yoga mudra, putting your arms on the couch or a chair and stretching. That's a nice way to sort of get some opening there. Okay. Here we are in mountain though. Just receive. See if you can breathe into the ribs. Breathe. Breathe. Three more. I'm so glad you guys are here. It does feel grounding to know that we're all here doing this. One more deep breath. I hope you're doing this. One more breath. Okay. Let's head to the floor. Here we go. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, nice flat back. Exhale, step it back to downward dog through your vinyasa. Come all the way down into cobra. And then exhale, make a pause here and relax. Just take about 5 breaths and relax.
Okay, let's juice those shoulders again. Now, we're going to take our hands right underneath our shoulders for cobra, pressing the tops of the feet down, including the pinky toes. You're not clenching again, as always. You're going to lift up and we're going to roll just the left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your chin can drop if it feels good. Other way now. Same shoulder left. 4. Juice it up. 3, 2, and pause. Second shoulder, come on back up to cobra. Right shoulder, 1 and 2. See if you can creep it all the way to the ear. 3 and 4 and 5. Taking it back now. 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1 and pause. Good. Last round, both shoulders. See if you can do this without making weird faces. 5 and 4. I'm not going to demonstrate the weird faces. 3, 2, and 1. Coming the other way now. Feel that action. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause. Are you really pausing? Can you melt like butter? Can you really take a moment? Okay, last back bend here. We're going to take our arms into Yoga Mudra again, or you could just take them by the sides. And we're going to lift the heart and the legs and breathe. See if you can touch the chin to the throat and the top of your head towards the front of the room you're in. Just move those knuckles to the feet and the chin to the throat. Pull up that belly lock. Feel the engagement. 3 more deep breaths. Squeezing 2. And hands underneath your shoulders, pressing it up into sitting back into Vajrasana, back into Thunderbolt. Okay, we're going to do a deep neck twist on this next round, so I want you to be careful. If you need to keep your hands where they are, do so. Okay, we're going to take our hands and knees again, and we're going to do our best to bring our right cheek to the floor. Some of you will hold your hands here. Some of you will be able to bring your hands, down by our, what are these, feet? And just let those shoulders shrug. We'll take 5 breaths like that. What's it feel like on your neck? So nice. Feeling the floor. Just letting go. Okay, come on out and go back up to your hands and knees, starting over and taking the other cheek down. And just let the shoulders shrug. Feel yourself here, letting it go. One more deep breath. And when you're ready, come on back up. And we're going to sit for a moment, and then we're going to have a Shavasana
when the camera goes off. So you're going to have your Shavasana by yourself. But I'm going to sit on 2 blocks right now, and I'm going to position them like this so that I can have my tailbone right between them. Don't overthink it. Just whatever you think I mean is what I mean. Just sit on your blocks or a pillow or on the floor or whatever. And just pause for a moment. Keep your eyes open. Just pause. Okay, take your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, and just lean back into the hands. So here's our dolphin arms again. This time we're having them nice and open. Just lean back. See if you can breathe so deeply into your back that it's touching the wall behind you. We'll take 5 breaths like that, breathing deeply behind your spine. Lean back. Eyes open. Lean back. It's okay. It's okay. Feeling your body and your breath. 4. Beautiful. And let's release the arms. Turn and look over your left shoulder. Drop the chin towards your left armpit. And then take your left arm up and encourage more of a release. And take 5 breaths like that. So instead of ear on shoulder, we're tucking the chin towards the armpit. Just really breathing into that neck. You guys have mostly heard me talk about touch. Touch is so important. If you have people in your home, give each other foot rubs, give each other neck and shoulder rubs. You know, stay connected. If you have a little furry friend, 2. And gently take that hand, push the head up and come back to neutral. Just pause, feel the difference. Leaning back, it's okay. And we'll switch now. Take your other chin, your second chin over to the other side and drop. And take that other arm up and just breathe 5 breaths. Keep leaning back. One more deep breath. And gently come on back up and turning again to the front. Perhaps you'll close your eyes, perhaps you won't. Sit up nice and tall. So I'm calling all of these classes Keeping Your Light On. Fear and worry and angst and boredom and all that other stuff comes in and it dims our light. But we need your light to stay on. I need it to stay on. Your kids need it. Your friends need it. Your clients need it. So what can we do to keep our lights on? What we eat with what we feed our brains, what we're watching, what we're listening to, what we're talking about, what we're feeding our body and the food and beverages that we're drinking, what you're feeding your spirit. Are you listening to music? Are you doing yoga? Are you walking outside 6 feet away? What are you feeding yourself right now? What is brightening your light? Keeping our lights on. So for this next minute, I'd like you to if you're not already, closing your eyes and turning on that inner gaze. Start to look inward. Start to notice perhaps some area of your body. Maybe it's the solar plexus. Maybe it's up in the upper chest. Maybe it's around the eyes. I want you to send love and calm to any area of your body that feels like it may be holding something that wasn't released today. Is there any area that needs a little bit of your love? Send the breath there. Let's go 5 breaths. Good. And gently opening your eyes. And we'll just tap the temples. Just little taps, just bringing attention around the eyes, on the jaw, on the cheekbones, right in front of the ear. It's very soothing. Some people like to do it on the chest. Wherever you need, another 30 seconds. Love taps. This is kind of the hedges. All right. Hands in prayer. So we'll close up together, and then I'd like you to spend 3 or 4 or 5 minutes just resting and letting your body soak it in. That's really what you've done, get soaked and absorbed. So this next pose after our class is over is very important. Please don't skip it. Please don't. Okay? Sitting up nice and tall. So nice to be together. And as always, may we sit in the spirit of gratitude, not just when things are easy, not just when things are going our way, but also when things are really hard, when things are really humbling or challenging, scary, confusing, overwhelming, uncertain. Can we be grateful for these scratchier lessons too? The scratchier lessons show us who we are. And who are you? Who are you during this? As always, may this be of benefit to you. Keep your light on. If you want to chat with me, if you want to get feedback or give feedback or help modifying, I am right here. Connect with email or schedule a call, a little quickie call if you want, or a full coaching call, whatever it is you need. I am right here. I am right here. And part of keeping my light on is to be able to be of service to you. Okay? Keep your light on, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Namaste.